Day number 10 of Jets training camp is in the books, and in this video, I will provide everything you need to know about what happened at Jets training camp today. I was not there with my own eyes, but luckily for us, we have phenomenal Jets reporters that were there, and we can provide you guys all the latest updates right here on Jets Media. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe here, folks. We're inching close to 28,000 subscribers. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way into the video and comment down below your thoughts, your biggest takeaways of Jets training camp thus far. I was there on Saturday for Jets scrimmage, the green and white scrimmage, and today was an interesting day of practice because it started way later in the day, and now Aaron Glenn spoke to the media, and he said that things are going to level up in terms of way more reps. It was a long, extensive practice, so there's a lot of things I want to get into in this video. I will be back at One Jets Drive on Thursday for the open practice, and then we got preseason football Saturday, and then the Giants come to town next week, which I'll be in attendance as well, so there's a lot of things to look forward to for the New York Jets. Want to remind you guys that Jets Media Day tickets are on sale and they are almost sold out. So if you're considering going to Week 1 Jets for Steelers, now is your time to get your tickets. The link is in the description of this video. Your ticket comes with an all-inclusive tailgate with Gotham City crew, food, drinks, live DJ. I'll be live before the game. You guys will have access to. We're going to be all seated together in the prime mezzanine section of MetLife Stadium, and then we all go on the field after the game. It's an ultimate Jets game day experience. Make sure you guys get your tickets if you're considering it now before they sell out. Now, let's get straight into what happened at practice. The defense continues to win, and I feel like there's been a lot of trends across the NFL of this being the case, and that's what I wanted to start off with because I feel like Jets fans are very reactive. If things go well, we're super on top of the world and we're back. Or if things are not looking good on certain aspects, people like to panic. And I really am trying to preach to stay even keel throughout training camp, especially when you add the new dynamic of a brand new head coach, brand new quarterback. And I feel like I'm very redundant with these types of things I'm saying in all these videos, but I just have to keep saying those things because I feel like so many people in the comments, and I'm seeing people DM me, they're getting concerned or they're getting super excited. We're really early on in camp. And Daniel Jeremiah, who is a great NFL reporter, he sent out this tweet today that is really good to keep in mind here, Jets fans. Preseason PSA. Just about every defense is ahead of every offense at this point in training camp. Bingo. Exactly. So if you're concerned of the Jets offense struggling today, which we're going to get into, don't be concerned just yet, okay? I still have this Jets offense and my expectations of struggling early on in the season. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's going to be one of those offenses that it's going to struggle, and hopefully it will get better as the season progresses. Same thing with training camp. And today was not a good day for the offense, right? The run game is what stood out at the green and white scrimmage. The passing game has been absolutely brutal up until this point for the New York Jets, okay? So that's something that we have to talk about in what happened today. Now, there was a big play that happened at practice. It was a big bomb. Justin Fields laid one out for Breece Hall, vertical, beats his man, and makes an unreal bobbling catch. Shout out to Robbie Sabo, Jet X Factor. Justin Fields recognized the right matchup pre-snap but took advantage of it. Hat tip to the play caller. Fields saw the linebacker on Breece and based where he was lined up. That could only mean one thing. Now, this is cool to hear because Aaron Glenn, when he was mic'd up, he said to Breece Hall, we are going to utilize you as a weapon in this offense out of the backfield as a receiver, not just a running back. And we don't have a video of this just yet, but it's cool to see Justin Fields recognizing there's a mismatch. Linebacker one-on-one with Breece. Breece runs a route. You go up there, throw the ball up, Breece will make the play. And I know he was technically out of bounds, but this just goes to show you the type of potential the Jets have here with Breece Hall utilizing him out of the backfield as a legit weapon. Now, when it comes to what happened on the practice field from an offensive standpoint, the passing game was brutal. Justin Fields was unofficially 4 for 16, according to Rich Cimini. So this was what Rich Cimini had to say. Practice over. One of the longer ones. Passing offense struggled again. Fields was 4 for 16, one drop to Garrett Wilson. Offense looked out of sync. Pass coverage was good. Cornerback Sauce Gardner and Brandon Stevens played well. So just because the Jets offense stinks right now in terms of practice today, it stunk at practice today, doesn't mean that we can't celebrate the good, which is the defense looking great. And that segues right into my next topic, which is Sauce Gardner apparently is locking things down. I mean, Brian Costello saying Sauce Gardner is having a hell of a practice. He looks great. He says Sauce Gardner is having a very good practice. He has made plays on several passes, including knocking away at least 2 throws to Garrett Wilson. So as much as we're seeing Justin Fields in the passing attack struggle, we're also seeing Sauce Gardner and Brandon Stephens locking things up. And this is not shocking to see Sauce Gardner locking things down. That is expected. He gets a long-term extension. He's the highest paid corner. He should be dominant at practice. That's not something we really need to highlight because we know what Sauce Gardner is capable of, especially when it comes to coverage. But Brandon Stephens, he's been a highlight. I mean, every time I'm at practice, I'm seeing Brandon Stephens, and I'm impressed. I'm like, Brandon Stephens is not a guy that looks bad at football. I mean, when he was brought in as a free agent, everyone's like, dude, this guy stinks. He's going to get replaced by Azareye'h Thomas eventually, which I still think is possible. I love Azareye'h Thomas, but Brandon Stephens was brought here, and I think he's looked really good. He's got the length, he's got the size, he's got the athleticism, and so far, he's been looking really, really good. At the scrimmage, Garrett Wilson was silent, and Stephens was lined up on him. Now, is that a negative for Garrett Wilson or a positive for Stephens? You can interpret it as you wish, but I think that there's a mix here. The Jets' defense, they're really talented, man. I think that this defense actually has a chance to be solid this year, and I feel like the Jets offensively having to go up against this defense with a talent like Sauce, Jamian Sherwood, Quincy Williams, Will McDonald, Andre Sisco has been playing really well at safety. The fact that this Jets offense has to go up against that type of talent on defense every day at practice hopefully is going to expedite the growth of this Jets offense when they get to go up against a different unit. Now, when it comes to the Giants, and the reason why I bring up the Giants is because that's going to be the first time we see the starters go up against a different defense in practice next week. That's going to be tough because the Giants, you know, they're not expected to do anything good this year, but their defensive front is ridiculously good. So that's going to be a big test for Justin Fields and the offense. What do they look like against the New York Giants defense that comes to town next week? I'm really curious to see what that looks like. But as bad as the pass attack has looked for the New York Jets, the run game has looked really good, right? Aaron Glenn was glowing about the run game and how it looked in the scrimmage. The offensive line is moving people. The running backs are playing very well. Isaiah Davis has been a name that's been brought up a lot. Braylon Allen, Breece Hall. The Jets' identity is going to be the running attack. And the only way we're going to see this passing game unlock is if the running game is actually dominant, if they can actually run the football efficiently, okay? Because that's what's going to unlock the passing game. If the Jets have to throw the ball and they get penalized, which was an issue in the scrimmage, and they have to rely on third and longs, like they're doomed. This offense is not going to score a lot of points this year. But if they can stay ahead of the chains, pick up 4 yards on first down, on 2nd and 6, you run the ball again, it's 3rd and short, and then you have a nice play action first down, move the chains, run the ball again. Like, that's what the identity of the New York Jets is going to be, is running the football. And I hope that is what the case is going to be with this team. So I would not be concerned with this offense struggling this early into camp. Just like when Justin Fields balled out at Friday's practice, I said the same thing. We can't get too attached of Justin Fields thriving because there's going to be a day where he's going to look bad like he did today, according to the Jets beat that was there. So you got to give these players time to understand their new coaches and the new scheme and be patient with everything. So that's really my thoughts of today's practice. There's some injury news that we should highlight at the end of the video. Quinnen Williams is still not practicing. Xavier Gipson is out with a shoulder, I believe, and John Simpson is out with the back issue. You got Joe Tippmann at left guard, Myers at center, and then Malachi Moore, the Jets rookie safety, is out as well, but he should be back very soon. And another injury to report about is Mason Taylor is dealing with an ankle injury. He did not practice today. We don't really know if it's a minor or a serious injury to the Jets tight end, but he's been thriving at practice. Hopefully he's going to be good to go. And then Tyrod Taylor did not practice as well with the knee issue. And so that's the latest update that you guys need to know here on Jets Media. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and your biggest takeaways. Love hearing what you guys have to say in the comment section. And don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed. And let's go Jets. See you in the next video. Peace out, folks.